The abandoned fairground outside Gotham. Appropriate venue for discussing a killer clown. Batman, I've studied the reports you provided. Pennywise, an entity that manifests as a clown, feeds primarily on fear, hibernates in 27-year cycles. Derry, Maine. The creature has existed for millennia. Each awakening brings mass disappearances. Children mostly. The local population seems almost complicit. They forget, they ignore, they move on. What kind of power makes an entire town actively suppress their own trauma?
Psychic influence. Pennywise doesn't just hunt, it conditions. The whole town is under a low-level effect. Makes adults forget, makes them rationalize, makes them accept abnormal child mortality rates as normal. It's a farming technique. Keep the population docile, keep them breeding, keep the food supply coming. Smart predator behavior. The Losers Club broke free of it temporarily. Children have resistance the adults lost. That's our angle. The creature's influence weakens with distance and strengthens with proximity to its lair beneath Derry.
So your contingency involves distance. Keep people away from Derry. Quarantine the entire town. That raises questions. Legal questions. Ethical questions. Practical questions. You can't just cordon off an American town indefinitely. People have jobs, property, lives. The federal government would never approve such action without concrete proof. Proof that won't show up on cameras. Pennywise only appears to its chosen victims. How do you prove a threat that hides from documentation?
I don't prove it to bureaucrats. I prove it to Pennywise. The creature is intelligent, strategic, patient. It's also arrogant. It's been the apex predator in Derry for thousands of years. Never faced real opposition except from traumatized children. We change that dynamic, we become the threat. We enter Derry openly, armed. Prepared, we make it clear we know what it is, where it is, what it does. We challenge it directly. Force it to either flee or fight. Either outcome works. Fleeing means Derry is safe. Fighting means we get to study its capabilities in real time.
You want to use ourselves as bait. Draw it out into direct confrontation. That's bold, reckless, potentially suicidal. The Losers Club fought it with childhood bonds, with shared trauma, with psychic weapons formed from belief and memory. We don't have those advantages. We're not from Derry. We're not children with vivid imaginations. We're adults with training and tools. Does that make us stronger or weaker against an entity that weaponizes psychology? Your gadgets won't help if it gets in your head. My strength won't help if it makes me believe I'm powerless.
Which is why the contingency has layers. Layer 1 is Reconnaissance. We don't go in blind. I've already contacted Derry survivors. People who left town and broke the psychic conditioning. They're willing to share intelligence. Layouts of the sewer system. Historical records of disappearances. Locations where it's been sighted. We map its territory. Identify patterns. Find weaknesses in its behavior. Layer 2 is psychological defense. I've worked with Martian Manhunter on psychic shielding techniques, mental exercises. Meditation. We train our minds to resist manipulation, build walls it can't easily break through.
Mental training. Meditation. You're asking me to become a psychic warrior. I punch things Batman. That's my specialty. Raw physical power. I'm not a mentalist. Not a mystic. My quirk is strength and speed, not mental fortitude. Yes, I've inspired millions through force of personality. That's different from actively defending against cosmic-level psychic intrusion. How long does this training take? Weeks? Years? The creature kills during its active periods. Every day we spend training is a day children are at risk. We need faster solutions.
The training takes 3 days. Intensive but manageable. John compressed years of technique into crash courses. It won't make you immune. It'll make you resistant. Give you seconds to react instead of being instantly overwhelmed. That's the difference between success and failure. 3 days. Then we move. The actual contingency is simpler than you think. We're not trying to kill Pennywise. We're trying to make Derry unviable as hunting ground. The creature is territorial but not stupid. If the cost of staying exceeds the benefit, it'll relocate. We make Derry too expensive.
Make it too expensive? How? Burn down the sewers, flood the underground, poison the water supply. These solutions harm innocent people. Derry's population is a victim, not an enemy. They're under psychic influence. Once Pennywise leaves or dies, they'll wake up, realize what they've been ignoring. That trauma will devastate the community. Your plan needs to minimize collateral damage, needs to help the town recover, needs to think beyond just eliminating the immediate threat. What's your endgame for Derry's civilians?
Let's get Robin's input. He's been analyzing Pennywise's predatory behavior. Found something interesting.
Pennywise hunts when it's hungry, hibernates when it's sated. The cycle is biological, not mystical. It literally needs to feed to maintain physical form in our dimension. The deadlights are its true form, pure energy. The clown body is a construct, a shell. Maintaining that shell requires energy. Energy from consumed fear and flesh. If you deny it food for long enough, the shell destabilizes. It's forced back into the deadlights. Can't interact with our world anymore. Starvation is the weapon. Don't fight it. Starve it.
Starve a cosmic entity. That's fascinating. That's also cruel. We're talking about using absence of victims as a weapon. That means any child it catches during our containment becomes a failure. A death we could have prevented. I'm not comfortable with a strategy that accepts casualties as inevitable.
I install surveillance throughout Derry, motion sensors, thermal cameras, audio pickups. The entire town becomes monitored. When Pennywise manifests, alarms trigger, drones deploy, non-lethal deterrents activate, bright lights, loud sounds, things that disrupt its hunting. Not enough to harm it, enough to annoy it, make every hunt difficult, every kill nearly impossible. Meanwhile, I establish a 24-hour response team.
Seal the breach. You're treating Derry like it has a dimensional wound, a tear between worlds. That's closer to the truth than most realize. Pennywise came from somewhere. The deadlights exist somewhere. There's a connection point, a place where it enters our reality. Find that point. Reinforce it. Seal it permanently. That's more permanent than starvation. Starvation forces it away temporarily. Sealing the breach prevents return.
I have access, Dr. Fate, Satana. Constantine when he's sober. They've dealt with dimensional breaches before. The problem is location. The breach is somewhere under Derry. Exact coordinates unknown. The sewers are massive. Miles of tunnels, some predating modern records, some possibly ancient. We'd need to map the entire underground. Find the breach point. That takes time. Takes resources. Takes manpower. Meanwhile, Pennywise is hunting. We implement the surveillance and response network first. Buys us time to locate the breach. Once found, magical specialists seal it. Pennywise gets trapped on the other side. Problem solved permanently.
This contingency has merit. It's comprehensive. It's thoughtful. It minimizes casualties while maximizing effectiveness. I can support this. I'll help with the response team. My presence alone will deter attacks. Children feel safe around me. Parents trust me. That breaks Pennywise's psychological advantage. It needs isolated, terrified victims. I make victims neither isolated nor terrified. My quirk isn't just strength. It's inspiration. It's courage made manifest.
Already deployed. Surveillance went active 3 days ago. Response team is training now. Magical specialists are en route to Derry. I called you here to confirm participation, not request permission. The contingency is running. Your role is civilian morale and rapid response. When alarms trigger, you get there faster than anyone. You extract victims. You show the monster that Derry isn't helpless anymore. You're the visible symbol. I'm the infrastructure. Together we're a comprehensive defense. Pennywise has two options. Leave voluntarily, or starve slowly while we find the breach and seal it forever.